Masalah.
Nyanyi lah lagu. Tak lagu.
I become so numb. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is
Ni
be
boleh kena
more
copyright tau.
like me. Da 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 da. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to Pure Talk with with Aimi and unfortunately Sarah still tak dapat nak hadirkan diri. So hari ni last week
punya episode.
we had Nadira. This week kita gantikan dengan
Imran.
okay, so dia macam nonchalant sikit. So tapi it's a bit weird because dia kan Pure Talk girly gitu kan. So dia macam sesat sikit.
Okay.
You know, vibe.
Okay. So ni lah, beritahu Imran siapa?
Iman is usually he's the one yang behind the camera and he's also the editor lah. So kalau korang puas hati dengan the editing tu, boleh komen down below lah. Kalau ada something yang korang tak puas hati, maybe macam suruh Aimin nampak comel sikit ke, then you can let him know lah. Ataupun kalau dah
Sebenarnya tak payah buat apa dah. I mean like you can letak banyak filter pun tak selamat. Okay, what's up guys?
okay, ni girly girls, okay?
Nah,
Tak ada, no what's up.
Oh,
No what's up.
What's up girls?
Hey guys. Macam tu.
Okay. Hey guys.
Okay, so hari ni actually I dapat request this topic today. I dapat request lah
From your friend?
from my friend. Okay, so my friend dia Gen Z. So Gen Z ni it starts with 1997 until 19
Mana ada? Like
sampai 2007, is it?
dia berapa tahun dah?
10 years kan? So 1997 to 2007. So dia macam okay, sekarang ni kan kalau korang contoh kalau korang nampak macam benda yang tak berapa, perangai yang tak berapa elok like kat social media, it's always like ni mesti Gen Z ni. So my friend ni is a Gen Zers. So when orang cakap like Gen Z ni, dia macam tak puas hati lah because dia Gen Z tapi dia Gen Z yang closer to millennials. What to do, millennials ni macam the bomb. So people berbun nak jadi millennial. I mean, can't help it lah. So kita nak talk about it. Kenapa dia tak suka bila orang title kan ni mesti Gen Z ni?
Kenapa dia tak suka?
Because dia pun tak adalah friend the details sangat pun. It's just that dia just any perangai buruk je mesti Gen Z macam tu.
So this is based on video yang Aimi dengan Najib untuk sekian projek. Kan dia observe that video.
Dia observe that video and then dia kata, you know what, I want kalau dapat macam maybe berbetulkan orang punya point of view about Gen Z awal and also Gen Z akhir, similar to millennial awal dengan millennial akhir lah. Macam ada gap juga kan kat situ.
But to be fair, kita like because you didn't mention zillennial ke apa. Zillennial apa?
Zillennial tu is actually millennial plus zillennial. So zillennial ni is actually people yang born between 1993 kan to 1996, 1997 macam tu. So this range of years ni orang call it zillennial because kita macam betul-betul akhir millennial and nak masuk Gen Z punya era dah. So that's why we call it. So most of the people yang born between this because kita so close to it, very close, dekat sangat then change the generation tu kan. So kita macam contoh kalau for me okay, tak boleh tahu Nanti orang letak gambar dinosaur. But
I'll tulis kat bawah.
so macam kita macam because kita macam close together, so kita punya personality.
Kita beza 2 tahun je.
Ya, kita
2 years.
close, so perangai kita pun and then kita punya I don't know, lebih kurang sama je. So that's why kita merge it jadi zillennial.
Yeah.
Gitu.
I feel like you and me both, kita macam our upbringing is very similar pun in terms of cartoons, in terms of sekolah, in terms of I think the only difference is kita, because orang dulu, I'll tell you a bit of fact about our parents lah. Orang dulu,
But
tak banyak
they don't know that we're
related.
yeah.
Tak bagi tahu tadi. Okay, so we're related.
By the way,
This is
BTW.
adik and this is kakak. I think kakak. Or probably abang. So this guy, so we have parents yang kahwin lambat. So that leads to us having parents yang generation dia macam 2 generation berbeza. Like 2 like generation baby boomers,
2 decades gap.
millennials, and then it's Gen Z. Usually zillennials atau Gen Z ni, dia punya parents will be millennials ataupun early millennials. Tapi our parents, dia orang baby boomers. So dia ada macam you skip 1 generation. So kita punya upbringing is berbeza compared to our friends sikit. Dia beza. Contohnya macam our friends usually diorang dapat phone lagi cepat. Our parents, diorang tak percaya bagi phone cepat-cepat.
Ya, so dulu macam beli phone senyap-senyap.
Yeah, and then bila kita tengok our cousins pun, diorang ada macam-macam lah. Ada TV, ada komputer, ada game. Tapi our parents, diorang, because diorang pun tak grow up with that. They don't understand game. Tapi kalau millennial parents, diorang kan grow up with Game Boy, they grew up with PS1, PS2, tapi baby boomers, they don't grow up with that. Diorang paling pun, our mom, dia pernah bagi tahu dia punya entertainment masa kecil dulu is dia main bakar rambut dengan lilin.
Lilin ni lantern.
Dengan lantern. Itu entertainment dia.
Entertainment, hanguskan rambut macam tu.
Yeah, so
Paling
so diorang is completely different parallel universes lah. So bila kita macam cakap kat diorang macam kita nak ni, kita macam minat ni, diorang macam tak faham because you guys can just batu main. Because that's how they grew up, entertainment diorang. And so we are a bit different in terms of that, but okay, so back to upbringing compare. So bila kita compare to our friends, kita beza. Like for me, my friends, diorang ada masa sekolah rendah, diorang dah ada PSP, diorang dah ada PS2. Imran at that point tak pernah pegang pun benda tu. Paling pernah pun pegang cousin punya je lah. And they were like, ish, apa benda ni? Apa benda? Padahal macam my cousin sama umur je. And yet kita tak experience benda tu.
no wifi.
Wifi. Ami cakap sikit pasal wifi.
I think we had wifi time our older sister masuk college. That's the first time kami dapat wifi. Itu pun because she had to use broadband. She needed the broadband time dia masuk college tu. And kita orang semua 2 years age gap je pun. So and then
P1 kan.
Yeah.
Korang tahu. Okay. Korang pernah dengar P1 tak? Okay,
Dah
there's a reason why korang
Macam
there's a reason why most of korang tak pernah dengar pasal P1.
Mampus.
Because it was so bad, bro. I don't know, like from Taobao punya apa? Taobao punya wifi, tapi macam like it wasn't it wasn't even like 1G. Dia macam like E je. Like kalau dapat H, kan sekarang kan E, H, and then 3G, 4G, 5G
dia macam,
kan.
I think kalau you nak cakap pasal broadband tu kan,
Yeah.
You tahu is a very good line kalau neon blue tu.
Neon
Kalau
blue.
is green then kurang, and if it's red then memang E lah.
And it's like 80% the green, and then 80% dia sama ada H atau E. Kalau kita nampak macam 3G, macam happy gila.
Betul.
And okay, korang imagine for me as a guy. Nanti I mean you can talk about girls punya. Kalau girl punya side, guys, kita suka main game, right? Online games, right? How are you gonna play games with that kind of Wi-Fi? So memang tak
Wi-Fi
lah
yang
kan.
merah manjang.
Yeah, so I didn't experience main online games with friends.
So that's why you tak ada kawan.
So I didn't grow up with that. So bila I met my friends kan time sekolah, I'm like, banyak benda diorang cakap, I don't get it. It felt like macam kita macam duduk dekat dusun atau kampung.
In the middle of the city.
In the middle of city, kita duduk dekat KL, center of KL. Tak sampai 5 km ada mall. Tapi bila diorang cakap pasal game, cakap pasal benda ni kan, macam ni korang cakap
Can relate.
Yeah. So perempuan lah?
Perempuan, okay, honestly macam for me, rasa macam ketinggalan in terms of YouTube. I feel like kalau we had earlier macam early life, macam dapat tengok YouTube, because YouTube is back then is very informational, you know. Even today pun very informational lah, but Twitter in general very informational. So macam contoh dulu Aimi kan ambil seni visual kan. So I feel like if we had YouTube back then, ada internet, does YouTube, then I would have more inspiration macam apa nak lukis, style, nak buat style macam mana. Because ada banyak different kind of style nak lukis, macam sprinkle ke whatever it is.
Kita start ada wifi umur apa?
Lambat, macam Khanis college, time dia masuk college.
So Khanis is our eldest is 4 years older than me, 2 years older than her, and then dia masa dia start college, which is around 18 lah. Masa dia 18 baru kita ada wifi. So you were around that time, you were 16, I was 14.
So time tu macam tak tahu nak maneuver lah internet, because baru ada kan.
Kita paling pun kita hidup dengan Astro lah. Tapi itu pun Astro
pun
cuba cerita sikit pasal pengalaman kita dengan
tak, actually kita nak cerita pasal apa ya? Actually macam
Sabar kita kita cook
sekejap. So nak ramble sekejap dulu lah.
Ramble sekejap.
Okay.
Tapi dah tahu kan.
Okay, I think probably ada a few parents macam ni, but dulu
actually
Astro,
ada because when you look at like Twitter kan, ramai orang cerita
So dulu Astro kan style you kena slot in the card kan, you buy the Astro kan, so you can slot in the card. So if you keluarkan card tu dan tak ada benda lah. So our parents every day after, I think bila around dah curfew nak tidur, around pukul 10 malam macam kan. 7 tu orang suruh tutup TV.
Malam pun tak ada TV.
Okay, but anyways, macam ada certain point of time dekat malam tu, dia akan cabut
yeah.
Dia akan ambil that Astro card tu, and dia akan suruh because tak nak bagi kita tengok TV malam.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Maksudnya when you go to school next day, kawan-kawan cakap pasal cerita ni, apa ni kan, kita tak tahulah. And then tak ada internet, tak ada Twitter, kita pun macam paling pun kan main Facebook dulu.
Ya, itu pun macam kena ada internet juga.
Itu pun internet. So before tu memang kita memang just bila kawan cakap pasal cerita tu mesti ketinggalan lah.
And then plus back then my mom tak bagi tengok cerita Melayu. So and I hidup dekat komuniti Melayu. Diorang memang selalu manjang lah cakap pasal drama Melayu. But so my mom tak bagi tengok drama Melayu So that's why I punya hidup kurang drama kot. I start tengok drama Melayu time bila dah masuk UiTM, bila dah degree. Nah, start tengok TV3 yang drama yang based on a novel 7 petang. Pasal 7 petang, because time tu you dah hidup away from your parents.
Dah boleh,
you buatlah hal sendiri kan.
Rebel lah. Melepas lah. Yeah, so because kita what we always do is around pukul 7 kita tutup TV.
Doraemon tengah pasang
Doraemon. Apa lagi? Naruto.
Semua
banger bro, like cerita bangers. And if when you go to school and you tell people about cerita tu kan, it's like you terus popular. So you're like bila sampai ke sekolah dia macam, kau tengok cerita ni, kau tengok cerita tu. tahu tu. Tak payah. Buang kau.
Apa drama dia?
Exactly. Sebab diorang tengok drama kot.
Drama and apa duit.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that our upbringing, as much as it's like I'm Gen Z first year and she's the millennial, kita macam we're not really connected to what the generation was supposed to be doing or watching or experiencing.
Betul. Probably macam time kecil a lot of kita punya kita macam apa orang kata influenced by baby boomers punya way of thinking.
Because our parents are dua generation atas.
Yeah, so even though macam let's say macam dia Gen Z, I'm a millennial, right? But kita orang punya thought process kita
ikut sana.
Ada a little bit of boomer, and then bila as kita hidup independently, then kita ada kita punya own, because kita meet macam orang umur kita, dan kita ada own thought process lah. Macam tu ya, baru yang sama dengan umur kita sikit.
It's only when kita jumpa orang macam, for me, I meet friends from my age and then older and then also younger, like because I finished my studies lambat, so I jumpa ramai orang muda lah kan, like very young, like probably like beza-beza gap 5-6 tahun macam tu. Like 7 years pun ada juga. So when I talk to them awal macam lain, tapi at some point you just adapt to them and then you pun jadi ikut juga perangai diorang, which is like cool lah, cause now I get like we have all we have boomers, we got millennials, we got Gen Z and we got Gen Alpha bila?
Gen Alpha 2008 lah kan?
Maybe a bit Gen Alpha juga kot. Mungkin kau ada kawan Gen Alpha. So we want to talk about the misunderstanding tentang Gen Z.
Yeah. Kita pun nak backup lah pula kan. Tapi sebenarnya nak backup Gen Z awal je. You want to backup your generation, right?
Gen Z hujung tahun apa?
Because dia until 2007, right? So Gen Z yang perangai pelik-pelik ni probably start like macam 2004, 5, 6, 7 macam tu.
Okay, what's your thoughts on Gen Z actually? I want to hear it.
Because okay, firstly macam for me, let's say macam kawan Gen Z pun like Gen Z awal. So I don't have any connection with later Gen Z. But macam because I tak kenal dorang personally, I just kenal yang this early Gen Z ni, which dorang punya perangai lebih kurang je dengan kita kan, dengan millennial. So I kenal Gen Z akhir-akhir ni based on social media lah. So the social media make it seem like, I don't know, make it seem like diorang ni very weird human being, weird creature.
Okay, weird in what way?
I mean, it starts with that. I don't know, diorang punya cara dia berfikir, and then macam orang kata macam Gen Z ni macam macam lopek. You tahu lopek tu apa? Is it like a KL punya slang? Lopek tu? Is it KL punya slang Okay, so macam lopek ni macam weak. Yeah. Okay, but Gen Z cakap millennials are weak, but no, kita kebal. Ini kebal, kena rotan panjang. Because I think it started with orang Gen Z ni when pergi sekolah, cikgu tak boleh rotan. Kalau rotan, parents marah.
Okay, yang pasal ni kan, yang pasal sekolah ni, we're gonna touch more about it dengan Alia. Sebab dia kan.
So macam I think the reason why kita nampak diorang ni as weak people because start with that.
Yeah, and also online punya consensus. I feel like online memang betul attack Gen Z juga.
Ya, betul.
Yeah, but okay, are you there?
Yeah.
I actually think they're also going through what kita zillennials are going through, the misunderstanding. Contohnya, I feel like the problem yang kita macam rasa macam Gen Z manja, are the hujung Gen Z.
Ya.
Kan? So the hujung Gen Z are the ones yang macam tak, macam biadab sikit dengan senior, macam tak hormat macam kita dulu. Dengan parents pun macam naik suara. And maybe ada banyak faktor, macam contohnya macam my iPad, whatever. Macam parents could have done better. But I think these are the Gen Z yang macam upbringing dia mungkin tak apa betul. And then
Tak apa betul.
bila diorang besar pun macam okay, perangai tu macam, cause it's not being properly supervised. Masa kecil tak properly supervised, so bila besar dia rasa macam normal. But I also have another opinion pasal Gen Z. I think Gen Z are actually the ones yang I rasa macam the most jaga boundaries.
Jaga boundaries in what way?
Okay, dia jaga boundaries. Okay, contohnya for me it's like, kenapa baby boomers especially diorang tak suka Gen Z? Because different generations, right? Like diorang macam jenis yang kalau buat ni kena rotan, and then internet ada, ni tak ada, tak ada. We get that because we have parents macam tu yang always cerita pasal benda tu. Tapi Gen Z, they have the luxury of all that. Tapi at the same time, I think because they're very aware, they're very aware because internet is there, it's accessible, and they also have reference from kita yang tell them and macam guide them. So they know boundaries. Contohnya, okay, I think kenapa the data, I think we can put a statistic or research out there, yang Gen Z are the ones yang paling banyak job hopping. It's because satu, they realise yang job hopping is actually the one yang macam is more lucrative. Because you tukar kerja, you can like gaji tinggi. Tukar kerja, gaji tinggi. Tukar kerja. But at the same time, they also have boundaries. So kalau diorang rasa macam diorang mistreated macam tu kan, people will say it's manja, but at the same time they know
Their value.
So bila diorang rasa macam disrespectful, macam dia rasa macam this is more than you should be treated.
So this is
in
Gen
the
Z
workplace.
mana ni?
This is Gen Z yang macam awal ke tengah. I think yang Gen Z yang teruk-teruk ni is the ones yang bukan teruk-teruk, but yang
Pelik sikit.
pelik sikit is the ones yang dekat dengan alpha sikit.
So dia dah serap alpha, dan dia macam merge lah. Alpha serap sikit perangai dia serap sikit perangai alpha.
Because here's one of the things, when I'm friends with these people yang 6-7 years younger than me, Gen Z ni, diorang memang they have that tendency of like being impulsive, like ikut emotion, macam ini macam ikut suka hati diorang kan. But it's mainly probably because diorang they weren't raised well, and their generation pun dah terikut dengan online. But once they jumpa role model from millennials or zillennials yang macam guide them properly, diorang become, I feel that diorang punya potential is a lot more. You know, because now they have proper guidance from their seniors, and then they also have very accessible stuff within their reach. So diorang punya potential is suddenly like more than any generation has ever been. You know? And also, kita kena take into account, maybe kita serious sikit, but they are the generations that has had to go through the most transformation. Contohnya technology.
Bukan kita ke?
Yeah, but they have to go through technology macam AI that is literally replacing jobs. Millennials don't tak go through that. They do get replaced by computers, tapi not as much as what Gen Zs are going through and will continue go through, because AI will continue to expand, data centers semakin banyak. Malaysia pun I think diorang akan start pasang, kat US tu tak boleh cakap. So they have to go through that. So you akan rasa macam the pressure. And then tak boleh cakap lah ni pasal real estate punya ni. Tapi real estate, we know which generation nak salahkan kan, and it's not millennials lah, that's for sure. It's atas sikit. But we're not going to talk about that. If you can buy a house for 150k and then rumah banglo, tapi kita kalau 150k, flat je dapat. Kalau Gen Z.
Itu pun kalau.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, kita millennials, kita struggle with that. But Gen Z is like, it's like the moment they keluar sekolah, diorang terus boom, you need to be fast. Kita macam we have time, like kita habis sekolah macam we can relax sikit kan. But diorang macam the moment diorang habis sekolah, boom, ini AI bubble, unemployment, and then macam
Tak, they started with COVID probably.
COVID, exactly.
Sekolah je COVID.
Yeah, so it's like COVID was like 2 years of the world like berhenti. So they have to go through that, and then macam, and then diorang tengok online comparison lah, orang ni guru macam kaya lah macam. So it's like for me, I know people say because like they're easier because they didn't go through perang, they don't go through that. Tapi
they're going through economic war.
Tapi they're going through economic war because let's face it, unless you seorang Gen Z yang keluar sekolah and your parents is in the bracket macam of the T20, T10, then you're good. Because your parents probably boleh bagi you apartment, bagi you kereta, bagi you rumah. Tapi those below, you have to be fast. You have to grind non-stop. So macam I have empathy lah towards them.
Faham. Because to me macam kalau economically there's not much difference kita dengan dia lah. It's just that probably we had the time to macam take a breather sekejap, but diorang memang tak sempat nak nafas, and then suddenly dah kena campak. I mean, to be fair, everyone kena campak into dunia ni, but
I just think Gen Z diorang kena label very quite harshly lah. Contohnya macam for me, and because I'm quite active online, bila contohnya di Kuan News macam Gen Z ni paling banyak report mental health, depression kan. Tapi think about it, ramai je orang millennials, baby boomers yang actually don't depressed, tapi just diorang tak sedar je.
Okay, I think macam I think the pokok dekat sini is because Gen Z wasn't raised in a macam harsh condition, you know. But when they're thrown into the world, it's harsh.
Yeah.
Kalau millennial, kita grew up in like a harsh environment because especially macam for us, parents kita macam Sparta. Like I think a lot of millennial children, parents dia quite Sparta. So kita memang we grew up with the macam harsh condition, not literally, but macam environment kita very harsh. So bila kita dah besar, when kita dah thrown into the world, like macam okay.
Quite ready for it.
Yeah, we're quite ready. So like we're prepared for this. Kalau Gen Z, because they're not prepared for hidup ni. Because diorang dimanja. Macam technically macam parents dia quite manjakan dia juga. Giving everything, giving technologies, giving this, giving that. So diorang dah biasa to get everything they want. So suddenly when they're dah besar, things doesn't always go your way.
It suddenly goes from easy to hard mode terus.
Hard.
Dia tak ada medium mode. Macam kita, we had the medium mode.
Yeah.
Now dah hard mode. Tapi Gen Z don't terus ke hard mode. And the COVID one, for me, is like very harsh on them sebenarnya. Because it affected their punya education.
Because COVID, education is one, but because COVID really took a toll dekat economy, right? So no job, macam kuat-kuat tak ada job, and then I think diorang start go for like forex and things. Macam tu kan. Tapi it's not always gonna work out kalau you go into forex.
You can I say something controversial?
What?
In my opinion, the actual generation yang manja is baby boomers.
I mean,
you wanna know why?
Why?
Because the ones that actually go through perang is boomer.
Okay. I mean, to be fair,
baby boomers are the ones.
By the time diorang born, the perang baru habis.
So when they were born, the economy dah recover, and you get.
They get a lot. Diorang macam dapat banyak benefit.
Contohnya,
dapat kerja.
Okay, we're gonna tell you a bit because we have insight from baby boomers yang bagi tahu how diorang punya education and kerja. We've been told yang diorang kan study macam kita, SPM, SCPM, whatever. Tapi bila when it comes to nak cari kerja, it's very easy.
Dapat scout je.
You tak perlu fall flat, you tak perlu apa dia? Like you don't have to be like an honor student, you don't have to be, you just have to pass SPM, you pass diploma degree, then you are nearly
Senang yang dapat kerja government.
90% guaranteed dapat kerja as government. Sekarang senang tak dapat kerja government?
Susah kan?
Susah kan? Unless
kena buat ni lah, tu lah, exam ni lah, exam tu lah.
yang paling pun probably dia dapat contract je. Tapi back then,
Senang, dia orang just scout je you.
yeah.
Because they're looking for people untuk bekerja.
Yeah. So they got that benefit, and then so diorang dapat kerja, gaji pun, because kita take into account sebenarnya inflation has not increased. Inflation has increased a lot, tapi gaji tak increase. So what does that mean? If we make 3,000 ringgit as an engineer now, 30 years ago,
3,000 juga.
gaji engineer 3,000.
Tapi the cost of living was really different. The value of
Exactly.
money is different now and then.
Yeah, so maksudnya you can qualify, if you gaji 3,000, you can probably qualify to beli Mercedes masa dulu. But sini gaji 3,000, you paling pun you dapat Proton S70 je. Paling pun. Itu pun tak dapat yang yang
Dulu gaji
premium punya.
500 pun dah boleh beli kereta dah.
Yeah. So kita kena take into consideration. I'm not trying to like start perang dengan baby boomer, because I have a lot of respect for them. Tapi
It's just
I'm
that
just saying.
because they're always saying, technically macam I think millennials and Gen Z, we both tak suka sangat baby boomers, because diorang selalu cakap macam diorang punya life susah, diorang in terms of, probably the infrastructure wasn't very good back then. Macam, you know, kena naik bus dari jauh, naik bus macam tu kan. Our infrastructure is way better. But diorang tak consider the macam economic side of things, like gaji, rumah, you know, cost of living. Dulu dulu diorang 10 sen, sekarang jadi RM1 macam tu. And then the value of money dah meningkat, tapi kita punya gaji still macam tu je.
Yeah, because we keep hearing from our parents kan, macam dulu mi goreng 20 sen, 30 sen kan.
Now dah RM5.
Sekarang dah RM5-6. So
Tapi gaji macam tu je.
gaji memang tak naik. So
Gaji, even sekarang pun gaji every year naik 3%. Tapi inflation berapa banyak persen naik every year.
ni kita punya return investment pun tak
Sikit
paling
je, 2%.
if you're lucky you can get 5 to 6% lah.
I mean, if you dah kerja lama, dapatlah macam, because they dalam EPF ke, dapatlah 5%, 6% macam tu. Tapi nak dapat 6% of, contoh you ada, contoh saving dalam EPF you, macam, contohlah 80,000 kemudian.
Yeah.
6% is just 4,000 je.
And then cuba korang just to take one quick Google search. Dulu SB punya return berapa?
Yeah. And then sekarang berapa?
And were Gen Z around back then? Nope. So in my opinion, the criticism on Gen Z is understandable, but it's also quite harsh. That's my opinion on that. Millennials, okay, what do Gen Z say about millennials actually?
I mean, I saw video macam diorang kata kita weak.
Sebab apa?
I don't know. Dia macam tak ada reason. Dia just kata kita weak. Macam, excuse me.
I feel like they always say macam millennials tak ada backbone because dorang macam terima je from bosses.
Yeah.
And then you guys balas macam korang manja because tak boleh terima.
Kita macam, because kita orang hidup, kalau kita lawan, kena rotan.
Yeah.
Diorang hidup, kalau diorang lawan, diorang slam the door, parents tak buat apa pun.
That's true.
So kita millennials live, like grew up with fear. So macam kalau tiba bos marah, kita macam nangis.
Yeah. I think here's what I think I think my 20 cents kan Pak kata nak kan
Bukan 2 sen.
20 cents. Sebenarnya we've got it all wrong. kita sepatutnya bukan fight each other.
You have to fight the baby boomers.
No, bukan. Bukan. Let me cook. Let me finish cooking first.
Okay. Cook.
Kita
I'll
kena,
slice the onion.
we don't fight each other, we fight the system.
Fight the system.
Because diorang are the ones yang, like, that's the one that's killing us. Like, why are we fighting each other?
The system are the baby boomers.
What? Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
So we just need to start questioning more. We need to start questioning the system.
No,
We
jangan play the blame game.
like coup d'etat. Korang tahu coup d'etat tak? It's like peperangan antara kaum. Civil war. So the last thing we need is civil war. Kita tak nak laki lawan perempuan, generation lawan generation. Like even now kita macam kind of attack juga baby boomer kan, but they're not the ones to blame. It's the system. The system enables
This kind of
this to happen sebenarnya. Baby boomers, they were just there. They don't just living their life. And then they're macam, oh okay, I can buy banyak houses for harga yang murah, whatever kan.
rosak.
Tapi bukan salah diorang. It's the system let that happen. No, and for me, baby boomers tak. It's not the reason why Gen Z and millennials struggles. It's just the system. So, question the system. Question whoever is in charge. Kan, tak kisahlah government ke, like big corporations ke, and Donald Trump ke, just
Question them.
Question them, because we rarely do. We just always attack each other. Tak ada guna. Okay, so nothing else on that? No. Okay.
Okay, this is not a work interview. I did anything to ask. PTSD job. Anything to add? Okay. I don't want to go. Okay, let's not go there. Okay, I think berapa minit lah?
42. 37. 37. 3 minit lagi.
You Imran nak tambah lagi ke benda?
Yeah, it's your show.
Okay, I think
3 minit lagi. You have to cook something. Tunggu kamera off kan.
Okay, so macam, but what is it macam, because we see on, let's not talk about macam Gen Z and macam weak ke benda, but you know that weird perangai-perangai macam tu, like is it Gen Z or is it like sebenarnya Gen Alpha? Perangai-perangai pelik tu.
Gen Alpha tahun berapa Ami?
2008 kan?
2020 above eh? So kenapa kita attack budak 6 tahun?
Gen after Gen Z is apa?
2010 until 2024 Gen Alpha.
2010.
2010 lah. Yelah, betul lah.
Kiang?
So macam,
Okay, kalau 2010, if I was in form 5, budak sekolah. Okay, wait. If I was in form 5, 1997, and the kid was like darjah 5, dia berapa tahun lah? Berapa tahun beza?
Tadi you cakap you
Form 5,
okay, 17.
budak tu was tahun 5, darjah 5. So 6 tahun beza. So it's still Gen Z. Betul lah cakap hujung Gen Z. Because time sekolah, I remember, kan sekolah menengah sebelahan, time rehat, lalu tepi sekolah. And then diorang macam rude gila tau. And I'm like, aku tumbuk juga budak ni. Because I remember us masa kita orang sekolah, budak tu 1 tahun lagi tua pun
kita hormat.
kita hormat tau.
Betul.
Seniority was everything.
Yeah.
Tapi it's not a seniority yang macam dia bully kita ke
It's
apa.
just respect. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, what the fuck, budak ni nak ni ke? So, dia tengok ada parent ke tak kan, cikgu ke tak kan, nak tumbuk. Tapi sebab ramai setengah orang, so tak jadi nak pukul budak tu.
You sure? I think I've heard news.
What news? I've never hit a kid.
You sure?
Ya. Dia je depan kamera waktu perangai.
Merasa okay, kontroversi. So any of Imran punya kawan, you can comment down below. I want to see whether betul ke tak dia tak pernah pukul budak. Okay, that's there. So maybe korang boleh tukar identity kot, tukar profile name or something, so dia tak tahu that's you. Okay. Okay, I think dah towards the end. As usual, stay smart, stay...
Nah, apa as usual setiap bila Aim bagi pesanan?
As usual, stay smart, stay authentic and stay delulu.
Tu promote, subscribe, whatever.
Okay, make sure you guys click like, subscribe button. Make sure and ajak all your friends to subscribe because I think we're interesting people. I think kita orang delulu sendiri.
Yeah, you can also join kita punya WhatsApp channel. We're gonna leave a link kat bawah tu. So just tekan and accept invite.
It's just gonna take a second.
Because over there you get like exclusive content. But
if you guys are interested lah.
You guys will be interested. You guys have to. Okay? So okay.
Okay. Then good night. Bye. Yeah, bye.
Bye.